the set of 3 items, right? This is a set of 3 items we have, which is um, to go back again, like I say, the empty set, you don't get this 3, right? You just drive for drive. You can get gas, you can get food by yourself, you can get drink by yourself, or you can get the 2, gas, food, gas, drink, and food, drink, right? Or you get all 3, right? The gas, the food, and the drink. Okay. So again, looking at this thing here, this is, on your Alex, they might ask you some but not all. Some but not all meaning that's your proper subset, right? Some but not all. None, some but not all, which is again not all meaning that, right? Or if they say you have to go and get something, meaning again, if you get something and you don't include the empty set because the empty set is none, right? So again, that's the idea. They try to convert the idea of the set into your item that we have. Okay. The last thing we have in 2.2 is they want to introduce you to the Venn diagram. And the Venn diagram, to be in short, is just basically a visualized item related to a set. Okay, so again, the Venn diagram is just some way that you can visualize your set. And whatever the circle we have, in this case, my Venn diagram, the rectangular will be my universal set. That's the level that's U. And the circle, the red circle here is my set A. This will be labeled my set A. So if it's inside my circle, I say that it's in the universe and it's also belong in my set I call A. If it's outside my circle A, I call that is a complement of A, meaning the item outside of A is in the universe, because anything in this rectangular is my limitation, is what I'm going to use, right? So looking at this thing here, the complement of A, we call A prime, okay, or a line through it right here, A prime, which is the complement of A, which is basically the item inside the universal set, inside your limitation, but outside your circle A. Okay, that's what A prime is. Okay, so again, the other 2 thing we have, which is the only last 2 notation that you have, ladies and gentlemen, for chapter 2 is the intersection of set. And the intersection of set is basically tell you that A intersection B, which is the notation for intersection is the upside down U here, which is again A intersection B, which is basically tell you that what item does A and B have in common? What do they share? Okay, what is inside A and also belong inside B? So the intersection, just think in terms of the core intersection, right? So where does the core intersect? Well, where does the 2 rows cross each other? Where do they overlap? That's where they intersect, right? So the intersection is we're looking for the item that the 2 sets have in common, have overlap, okay? And the union is basically, again, the 2 sets, set A and set B, is union, which is the right side U here. A union B is basically what element is inside A or inside B, right? Meaning, again, basically the union is combine the 2 sets together, unite the 2 sets together. Basically, you take the 2 sets and you just combine them together. The union is very flexible in terms that if you have the item inside A, all you need to do is take that item inside A, put together with the item inside B. That's your union. And again, the intersection is what they have in common, meaning again, the item that they overlap only, okay? The union, combine them, the intersection, common, what they have in common, okay? So let's attack that, which is, let's take a look at this thing here. We will deal with the Venn diagram later, but let's say that I have this item here. My universal set is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. My set A contains C, D, E, F, G. My set B contains A, C, E, H, J. And my C item contains A, B, D, G, right? So the follow-up question, or this is the question, is they say if you have this, if you given this information, given the universal set, given the set A, given the set B, given the set C, given this set, can you find me the A prime? Can you find me the complement of A? So again, reminder, the complement of A is what is in the universal set but not belong in A, outside A. So if they ask you find the complement of A, don't worry about B, don't worry about C, we just focus in A. So basically the complement of A is what element that A does not have that is in the universe, right? So if you want to, basically again, if you want to, you can say, well, looking at this thing here, you can cross out the C, cross out the D, cross out the E, cross out the F, cross out the G. C to G, those items is inside my A set. So if you cross those items out, what is the leftover? Do you see that the leftover from the universal set that is not inside A is my A, my B, my H, my I, and my J. That is the complement of A, meaning the item inside my universal set, but it's not inside my A set. We can find the B complement and the C complement just in case that later on along the road, we need those questions, right? We need those items to answer. And again, complement of B is basically whatever B, this is what I tell my students, whatever inside B, throw it away. You can just throw the A away, throw the C away, throw the E away, throw the H, throw the J. What is left if you throw those 5 items away? What is left from the universe? So the A is gone, I don't have a B, that's where my B come from. The C is gone, I don't have a D, which is that's where my D come from. The E is gone, I don't have an F, I don't have a G, I have an H, I don't have an I have a J. So again, everybody see that the B, D, F, G, I is in my B prime. And again, B prime and B, if you put them together, it has to be equal to the universal set. And again, C and C prime, if you put it together, it has to be equal to the universal set. Okay. So again, to go back to this question, my A prime is just equal to A, B, H, I, J. And now, what about this thing here, which is, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is, like I mentioned, you have to know how to read your problem, right? So what is this thing asking you? This thing asks you is, what does A, my set A, union set C? Which is now, what is the union? If you remember, I told you union basically tell you to unite them, combine them. Basically take whatever in A, put it together with whatever in C. And if they happen to repeat, we don't have to rewrite it, right? So again, we just want, in this case, I just want to make it in alphabetical order, which is, again, inside my C, I have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is you just take the A and combine that with a C, okay? So whatever inside your A set, you combine that with whatever inside your C set. And similarly, what about this thing here? What about B union A? B, sorry, not union, B intersection A. So what is B intersection A, which is, again, B intersection A basically asks you, what does B and A have in common? Do you agree that B and A they share C, an element we call C, and an element we call E? Those are the only 2 items that B share with A, which is C, E. Or you can do EC, doesn't matter, the order doesn't matter. But again, that's what we have. The C is inside A and also inside B. And the E is also inside A and also inside B. Okay. And again, what about this one here, which is they ask you what is the B prime, which is what is outside of B or inside of C, which is outside of B union with C. So reminder, union is we unite them, we combine them together. So again, that's why I find B prime here already in the beginning, so that now we can reference back, right? Basically, they tell you take whatever in B prime, whatever outside of B, which is B prime, combine that with whatever inside C. So basically we take these two items and we put them together, which is if you put them together, we have A, B, D, F, G, and I. So missing an F, but again, A, B, D, F, missing F, G, and I, okay? And similarly, which is looking at this thing here, now let's attack the 3 set. Let's attack the 3 set, which is the operation, as you can see, or as you will see, that this is the only 3 operation you have, which is the union, the intersection, and the prime, the complement. The complement of is basically outside of the A region, right? So one thing is be careful of how they structure this question, okay? Which is, again, the first thing we need to do is we need to know, in order for we to know what this item have in common with this item, we need to know what this item is, right? We have the A prime, we did the A prime here, and the A prime is here. So now we need to find the union of B or C. So what is the union? Reminder, the union is we take whatever B, unite them with whatever in C. So whatever in B, I just combine that with C, which is A, B, C, D, E, H, G, H, J, right? That's what my B union C. And now to finish the answer, because I have A prime, remember what does A prime intersection that parenthesis? A prime intersection that parenthesis, meaning what is in that parenthesis overlap, share with A prime, right? So A prime is here, which is A. Let me edit. Testing. So let's take a look at E, which is, again, E, they have 3 items. And again, looking at this thing here, which is, again, this is the 3 notation you have, which is the union, the intersection, and the prime. And those are the only 3 operations you have. The only thing they do is they switching those 3 operations around, okay? So looking at this thing here, this is what they ask you is, what does B combine that with C have in common with A prime, right? So again, to do this thing here, in order for us to know if they are in common, we have to know what this item is and what this item. We have A prime, which is A prime is here. We just have to know what is B union C. So what is B union C? B union C, which is, again, union, we just need to unite them, which is all we need to do is take the B, put it together with a C, which is, again, B union C. We take the B, put in with the C, which is A, B, C, D, E, G, H, and J. That's your B union C. And now what do they tell you to do is take this item, what you just find, B union C, and see what they have in common with A prime, which is your A prime is here, which is, again, what do they have in common? Do you agree that they have an A, the B, the H, and the J? So those are the 4 items that is outside of A and inside either B or C, right? That's the question you need to ask yourself is, again, this is referred to the word and, the intersection referred to the word and, the union referred to the word or, either or, right? So again, this is what we have is, what is in B, either in B or C that have in common with A prime, right? or you can say what is outside of A and also inside either B or C. Okay, so A, B, H, and J is outside of A, but inside either B or C. Okay, so again, A prime is outside of A. And similarly, like I mentioned to you guys, the union and the intersection and the prime, the three amigo, they just moving around, right? This thing here, they have to ask, you have to do what inside the parenthesis, and you have to take the complement of that. So looking at this thing here, what is A intersection B? So A intersection B, which is again, A intersection B is what does A and B have in common? What do they share? They share C and they share E. And once you see that, now you have to see that we have this done. Now the complement is on the outside. They tell you that now I want the complement of that, meaning whatever you just find, the C and the E, throw it away. I don't want it. I don't want the C and the E. Give me whatever left from the universal set, which is again, the universal set, everything except the C and the E. So again, I have A, B, D, F, G, H, I, J. Those are the complement of the intersection of A and B. Okay, the complement of the intersection is this item here. Now they tell you to take that item that you just find, the complement of the intersection, combine that with C, which is in this case, C is just A, B, D, G. So I don't have any extra element to increase, which is the answer is just the same as this one here. Okay. So again, this is what we have in terms of 2.2, in terms of the operation item. Okay. And I will make a next video about 2.3, which is the Venn diagram and how to shape your item, and 2.4 in terms of your application, in terms of how to use your application and to solve your survey question. If you have any question, just send me an email, put in the comment, or put in the Canvas, and I will try to respond to your email and your problem. And I can, if it's too hard, I will make a video for it. Okay. For now, this will be the end of this video here. I will make a next video and post as soon as I can. Have a good day. Be safe.